Before we delve into the world of pure creativity and imagination that is 3D printing, what exactly is it? 3D printing or additive manufacturing is the term used to indicate the various processes that are used in creating a three-dimensional object in which layers of material are formed through computer control to create an object. Back in its early days, 3D printers were once huge devices that cost a fortune reserved for the industrial elite. But today, they have adapted to fit even in your desktop at home. The 3D printing process. Initially, you start by designing a 3D object in a computer. The 3D model can be created through 3D modeling software like CAD. The model is then sliced into layers, thereby converting the design into a file readable by the 3D printer. The material processed by the 3D printer is then layered according to the design and the process. The 3D printing process itself creates the object by stacking together thousands of tiny layers starting from the bottom up. The layers may vary from simple to complex depending on the 3D model.
This is the father of this incredible technology, Charles Chuck Hull. He created the first functional 3D printer, and the technology has revolutionized the industry today. He developed a method called stereolithography.
Stereolithography is a 3D printing technology that uses photopolymerization, a process where light causes molecules to link, forming polymers. It is one of the oldest 3D printing technology, originating in 1983. A layer of photosensitive liquid is exposed to UV laser beam, forming the pattern as it begins to harden.
The first object that Chuck Hull printed was rather simple, an eye cup used by optometrists.
It was kind of a magical time, being able to connect the digital world to the physical world. Of course, I didn't imagine that we'd be able to eventually make really complex and large things like this.
Back then, there was no way anyone could have predicted that such elaborate objects could be produced.
Aside from stereolithography, there are other different 3D printing methods that were developed to build 3D structures and objects. Some of them are very popular nowadays. Others have been dominated by competitors. Digital Light Processing or DLP. Digital light processing is another 3D printing process very similar to stereolithography. Both work with photopolymers. The DLP technology uses digital micromirrors laid out on a semiconductor chip. The technology is applicable for movie projectors, cell phones, and 3D printing. The material to be used for printing is liquid plastic resin that is placed in a transparent resin container. The resin hardens quickly when affected by a large amount of light.
Use deposition modeling. Fuse deposition modeling is the most common method of 3D printing. Thermoplastic filament is fed to a moving head that melts and extrudes it, then depositing it layer by layer. Forming the 3D object. Binder jetting, also known as powder bed printing. Binder jetting is similar to a regular inkjet 2D printer. A binding agent is deposited in layer of powder from a print head. The liquid binding agent joins the particles together and binds the existing layer to another layer of powder. Applications. Rapid prototyping. 3D printers are used in creating sample models to be tested. 3D printing allows fast and cheap production of prototypes. Rapid manufacturing. Some companies already use 3D printers to rapidly manufacture products to be distributed to the consumers. Architecture. Architects uses 3D printing to produce models to present their works at a smaller scale. Construction. Some countries are experimenting with contour crafting, which is an automated method of constructing large structures like houses and small buildings through extruding concrete layer by layer. Apiscore claims that they can 3D print a house within 24 hours. Aerospace. NASA has sent a 3D printer to space. If an astronaut tool breaks, future space pioneers won't be able to go to the local hardware store to purchase a replacement. But with 3D printing, they will be able to create their own replacement or create tools we've never seen before. Medical. 3D printing are utilized through production of printed implants and prosthetics. Even 3D printing pens are known to help in orthopedic surgeries. Biotech firms has been studying 3D printing and its possible use in tissue engineering applications. Organs and body parts are built in inkjet techniques where layers of living cells were deposited in a gel medium and are built up to form 3D structures. This process is also referred to as bioprinting. Food. Some restaurants like Food Inc. uses 3D printing for food aesthetics. This allows them to have a unique selling point, attracting customers around the world.
At WSI with Santos, who is an application engineer here. I have a few questions for you, sir. Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon. So, first question is, what is 3D printing to you?
So, basically, ang ginagawa niya, from your model, which is a 3D data, ipiniprint niya gamit ang 3D printer. This is a FDM or fuse deposition modeling. Usually, ang material niya is PLA, kaya mga thermoplastic materials, which is yung resin. Tapos ito, katulad nito, solid na strand, PLA.
Plastic in liquid form.
Depende sa technology na gamit. Sa NASA, meron may gumagamit sila ng 3D printing pero ang imbes na plastic, pagkain.
Sure.
Actually, hindi pa siya rated sa NASA pero funded siya by NASA.
Why do you think 3D printing is relevant in today's society?
So, I think yun nga, magde-design ka. So, kailangan mo makita mo agad kung ano yung malalabas ng design mo eh. Para makahabol ka, kailangan gawin mo rin fast pace yung So, hindi ka na dadaan doon sa mga conventional steps. So, ito, si 3D printing, isa to sa mga emerging technology na nakita para pakita agad yung design mo and actual. Yun nga, makers eh. Usually, ang tawag sa mga mga enthusiasts ng 3D printer, makers. So, pag sinabi mong makers, hindi lang naman yung 3D printing, pati yung ibang rapid prototyping technologies. Di malayo na every household na mayroong 3D printing. Parang katulad dati, yung printer. Dati mga printing press lang meron, di ba? So ngayon, kahit ikaw meron kang printer. So ito, tingin ko hindi malayo magkaroon bawat isa ng 3D printing. Lalo na kung may pakita yung capabilities niya. Hindi lang naman siya sa mechanical design. Actually, pwede rin sa aesthetics, arts, di ba? Kung gusto mong i-present mo yung yung naiisip mo. Kung gusto mong mahawakan, ayan, i-print mo siya.